What's up, everybody? It's December 16th. We are caught in a snowstorm. We are here in Peevely, Missouri. We're at the truck stop right across Mr. Fuel here. And, man, we've been here for a couple hours. We were trying to wait it out. We came through here earlier. The load that we were on, we took it to Granite City, Illinois, and dropped it. And because the broker requested, we had to have both a loaded and empty scale, cat scale ticket from the same scale. So we could have done it, on the shipping end of the run, or we could have done it on the receiving end on the run. And so we were actually supposed to ease up here last night, and we decided to stay in Sykeston till about 7 this morning, make our way up and get unloaded. And we did, and it took us a little extra time to get up there. And once we started kind of getting into St. Louis, we started running into the snow. And of course MoDOT, they didn't have all their ducks in a row. So anyway, it took us about 2.5 hours to get unloaded. All of us. There's 3 trucks. It's me and 2 others. My buddy Jeff in the 059 Freightliner, and then my buddy Joe up here in 504 Orange Peterbilt. It's actually the Orange Peterbilt y'all see in the Last of the Cowboys song that I did a video to. I ran with that truck in that video when my buddy Big Orange was in it. And because of the Orange Peterbilt, that's how he got his name, because he's like 6 foot tall. He's lumberjack looking. I'm gonna call him Lumber Will. That's probably gonna be his new name, is Lumber Will. His name ain't Jack. But anyway, that is a corny joke. But anyway, when we got back, it was about 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish. It took us a long time coming back out of Granite City down here. We were rolling 15, 20 in some places, 35, 40 in others. And where we delivered to, actually, when we was coming out, we just up a small embankment, because I came to a complete stop at the stop sign to let another car go by. I was the second truck, and I couldn't make it. Like, I had to roll back down the hill, and I tried it another time, couldn't get it, so I rode even further back, and I threw it in second gear and just hammered down, and I stayed like that until I made it through the stop sign and up the overpass. And once I got on top and started going down, then I let out, shifted a gear, a couple gears actually, and then we went on from there. And anyway, when we got back down here to Peevely to get our empty scale, the truck stops was already filling up, and they were, already talking about shutting the roads down. And so we decided to camp out here, and we was going to camp out for about an hour and a half or something, and then hopefully what was causing the backup earlier was going to be cleared up. And it hasn't. Like, I'm gonna show y'all this. Y'all ready? See right here. You see the chicken lot right there? That's the truck. And that truck, it ain't moving. Y'all can look at them. They're just sitting there. Let me roll the window down. Y'all feel that cold? It's cold. Y'all see that? We had a McDonald's too. There's my buddy Jeff, truck 059. Yep. I just did a custom video for him. It's Traveling Man by Indigo Honey. It's a really good song actually. But we stopped. You know, the truck stop is full. Everybody's here. Except for the ones that's out on the interstate. They who's that? Who am I trying to think of? Earl Harrier. I'm having a brain fart. Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your... Y'all know the song. What I'm saying is you got to know when to run these trucks. You got to know when to slow down. You got to know when to stop. And you know, we're definitely, and I'm not saying this because I'm talking about me and I'm talking about my buddies here. Overall, through and through, you know, Tweedy Transport has a lot of professional drivers. They really do. Now, some of them might be ignorant. Like, don't get me wrong, because I've run into some. Like, for real. But I say that very respectfully. You know, that's one thing I like about Tweedies is, man, we can talk smack with other drivers, and you know, and they talk it right back. So I guess it's how we bond. I guess it's how you bond in the trucking industry. Is if you can't talk crap to one another and take it, you ain't gonna make it. That's why I like running. That's why I like running with Jeff. He's definitely become a good friend of mine since I've been back. And this is the first time I've actually running with Joe. He's in the orange Peterbilt that y'all see in Last of the Cowboys. That's back when Big Orange was driving, was in that truck. That's why I gave him that name, Big Orange, because he was in the orange Peterbilt. And we call them large cars. So Big Orange, he don't drive a truck no more. He's actually working in the shop because he wanted to turn wrenches instead of turning a wheel, which I understand. Hey, man want to be home with his family. I get that. I respect that. I'm just talking. He know I don't mean no harm. We get along. I like him. He's a pretty good guy. One of the better ones here. I'll say that. But you know, for all you drivers that are coming in, you know, like let me talk to you for a minute. Like, let's get real. All right. Just because you got hours on your clock to run, just because you got an appointment time, just because you got somewhere to be, that doesn't give you an okay. It's not okay to run an 18-wheeler down the interstate when it's snowing, sleet, hail, there's ice on the road. No. Like, you have to determine what's more important, because here's what you're taking. Here's the risk that you're taking. You're already taking a risk because you're here. You're in this seat. You're in a driver's seat of an 18-wheeler. And it don't matter if it's a manual or an automatic, a Freightliner, a Peterbilt, a Mack, a Volvo, an International, it don't matter. You're already taking a risk with your life by being in this seat. Alright? But you are tripling your chances of death because you have time on the clock and you have to run when the weather is bad. If you want to be a professional driver, if you want to be a respected driver, know when to stop, know when to pull over. Just stop, because that load is not worth your life and everybody else that you're on that road with, because you take a chance of hitting somebody else, or worse yet, killing them. And they're going to look at you and they're going to hammer you to the wall because you are driving in inclement weather. Your company probably ain't going to back you. You ain't got much defense. You know, you're screwed. I mean, that's just bottom line. You know, that's why we made, as a unit, as a group, as professional drivers, all in all, we made the decision to stop and wait for a little while and see what the roads do. And they're doing what I just showed you. They're doing the same thing that they was a few hours ago. So even if they clear all of it up down there on the southbound lanes, because I've done heard reports of a northbound truck in the southbound lane, the empty trucks are spinning and we're empty. So if they're spinning, we're going to spin. We're not going to make it. I mean, we've got a couple other routes to go that we can take, but you know, when we feel like it's okay for us to go, and we're strong and confident in our capabilities of handling these rigs and getting out of this. We've got 38 miles before we get out of the snow and ice. 38 miles isn't that far when you're able to go 70, 72 miles an hour. But it's super long when you may only be able to drive 20. You know, it may take 2 hours to go. I mean, we don't know. And, you know, and that's the other thing. You want to be a truck driver, well, like I said, you got to know when to run, know when to slow down, and know when to stop. And it don't matter what that clock says. It don't matter what your clock says. It doesn't matter what your company tells you. They cannot make you drive. They can't. If you're not comfortable, you're the one that decides if that truck moves or not. Company can threaten to fire you all you want. And if they do fire you, then at least you were fired for an honorable reason. And any other company that you apply for, once you explain to them the situation, they'll understand and they'll probably hire you, because that's what they want. They want a safe driver. They want somebody that can make that executive decision on, like, hey, man, this guy, he got fired because he shut his truck down because of the weather. Like, he made a decision to not cost us any money, or worse yet, kill somebody. So, you know, there you go. Like, we just covered that for you. But, you know, this is part of it. This is what we don't want. We don't want to be stuck in a truck stop, you know, in bad weather, but it happens. You're not going to, you know, you're not going to avoid it at all. You're just not. And you know, flatbedding, man, and when the weather's like this, that's kind of the only thing that sucks about flatbedding, is no matter what the weather's like outside your truck, you have to be in it. It doesn't matter. I watched Trucker Brown. I watched Trucker Brown's video, flatbed versus reefer, and I caught a little bit of it because I wanted to see like what he had to say about flatbed, and man, and he hit the nail on the head with a hammer, like he did. He, flatbedding is hard work. It really is, because well, let me take that back. It is, but it ain't. Because once you get used to it, and once you get used on how to work your truck and to work your trailer, and you get your system going, and then it's easy. But it's definitely not as hard as a lot of people make it out to be. I'll say that much. Flatbed is definitely a challenge, because you're responsible for securing the load, whether you got to use straps or chains. You're responsible. Sometimes you have to be a handyman. Sometimes you have to be a problem solver. You have to be a manager of many things: time, fuel. It's just, there's a lot that goes into flatbed. But Trucker Brown, he said that flatbed is pretty much for actually, I don't even remember exactly how he said it, but he said that flatbed, is for the people, is for the hard workers. Pretty much when you see somebody pulling a flatbed, you pretty much know he's a hard worker, because of everything that goes into it. It's for the hardcore outfittest driver, because of everything that we had to do. And he says some other stuff, and I'm not quoting him word for word. I don't even know if I'm quoting him close, but I liked what he said about us. It definitely it made me feel good about being a flatbedder. For people that aren't in the flatbed industry at the time, looks at us and thinks that, and that goes a long way. That says a lot. It makes me proud to be a flatbed. For somebody to say, man, he flatbed, and he a hard worker, like, man, he doing it. And I respect that. I like Trucker Brown. He be saying some good stuff. He be making you. He makes you think. He be making you think. And I like to think. I like to be challenged on new ways to look at something. And I like to be. I just like the challenge. It's like, man, I never thought about it this way. Now, does this way make better sense than the way that I previously done? Or does it not? So, it's just, I like watching this channel. If y'all don't know who Trucker Brown is, then y'all ain't been messing with YouTube and how-to trucking videos very much, because Trucker Brown would have definitely come up, and I like him. He's good. Y'all go check him out. Oh, Jeff. Hey, your light over here is trying to catch fire.
Don't need no water, let them motherfucker bird.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, I sit there and
well, turn it back on and let it go. I can give you right back, you know.
don't tell him that he's sitting there thinking about it.
We'll wait till it's almost time to go. All right, I'm gonna go warm my ass back up.
Wow, like, that's crazy, because I was sitting here doing the video. I don't know if y'all heard me, but when I was looking out my window, I seen the smoke, like steam, kind of coming off of his truck, and I thought, you know, it'd be like, exhaust, and his chicken light was actually smoking. You could smell it. Like, I still smell it. And inside the cover, the lens, you can see it flaming like this. Like, that's crazy. Because had I not been up doing this video right now, had I not seen that, and he was off somewhere, if he wasn't with us, if that thing would have caught, it would have caught that truck on fire. It could have. I don't know for sure, but it could have been 10 times worse, and him being in the sleeper berth, and it could have been bad. It could have been bad. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's been an eventful day, y'all. It's been an eventful day. And, wow. I'm actually stuck, like, where I'm parked in this parking lot. Like, I can't move. Like, when we get ready to leave, I gotta hook a chain up to Joe's trailer so he can get me off this little place that I'm spinning out on. And that's another thing why it's good to be a flatbedder, because you're equipped with chains, and you can get pulled out. And more so, if you wanted to be courteous, you could pull somebody else out instead of getting an expensive tow truck involved just to come move them a few feet, or, you know, whatever, depending on the nature of the situation. That's why I like flatbed. I got all kinds of goodies and cool stuff. Anyway, so yeah, y'all check Trucker Brown out. He got some good content on there. And he talks about, you know, the real stuff, you know. And I hope my channel grows to be as big as his. That'd be pretty cool. But anywho, I don't vlog. That's my problem. I don't vlog as much as I'm told I should do. I've been told that I should vlog a lot more than what I'm doing. But I don't know. I've kind of gotten this new knack for the music videos that I'm putting on here. Like that in itself is a challenge for me, because I hear a song and it's like, can I do a trucking video? You know, of course I'm not going to put like trucking video clips and pictures to, you know, Tim McGraw's Let's Make Love. You know, I'm not going to do that. Like, I have to be able to relate to the song and it be able that it could relate to trucking. And now I have to tell a story in a way to the song that wasn't written for us sometimes. Like, what song did I do? I don't know. I don't think I've done it yet. But I've got a whole playlist. I've got like 29 songs, 30 songs in a special playlist that I want to make trucking videos to. And so it's like a challenge because I have to relate to the song. I have to know what the song's trying to say. And now I have to envision of how I want the video to look and like what kind of clips I want in it. And then I have to go out in the world in my job and try to make it happen. Or even if I don't make it happen, but it does happen, I have to be able to catch it to tell the story. That's why I love music, because it tells a story. If you listen to music just for the melody, you know, okay. But you gotta listen to music. Music is so much more than the melody. I mean, it's the story that it tells. That's why I love music. That's why I love it. Southbound's moving right now a little bit. I don't know how far they're going to get. They're moving just a little bit. We'll see. Anyway, hey, I think honestly, it's been on my mind to go ahead and release something before Christmas or before the New Year's. I'm sorry. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to release this one. So I've already told y'all about a video. I've actually got 12 videos. I got 12 videos that's unlisted. So if I've sent you a link, I sent a link out to 3 videos to certain people, and trying to get some private feedback, maybe, you know, to see if there's something I needed to change or something I needed to redo. Before I released it to the public. So just so y'all know, there's 12 videos as of right now that is unlisted. Like I said, I've sent a link out to 3 different videos. Trying to pre-build it up before I release them, which are still set for next month in just like a couple weeks. So I've already kind of told off on myself. So y'all know they're coming. I hope everybody is safe. I hope everybody has a good Christmas. And we're going to definitely see you back geared up, ready for action, January 1st. But be sure to pay attention to the channel, because I've got some different ideas. I may be changing the channel name. I'm not sure yet. I've kind of had a good vote on the title, Roadhammer Productions. It's kind of a catchy name, but I think that I may toss a couple other names around and see what people think about them, and just see. So I do know January 1st I will be changing the name of the channel. I just don't know to what yet. So y'all just y'all stay tuned. You know, it's coming. It's coming. I did want to release a video in December, even though I said that I wasn't coming back on here until next year. But with some of the song, with especially the Outlaws and Outsiders song by Corey Marks, that thing has blown up. And I've made a video before anybody else did, but I just didn't release it. And who was it? Chris Johnson or Chris something. Buddy, I can't think of your channel name right now. Chris Thomas, I think. YouTuber. He's got like 6,000 subscribers. He did one. He beat me to it. Like when I seen it on there, I was like, man, I say, oh man, this dude done beat me to it. And I was like, I have him a video, but I'm not releasing it till next month. And I was like, oh man, he beat me to it. And so it's like, all right, you know, I gotta release something. So y'all know it's coming. Be sure to watch for it. Outlaws and Outsiders is my best video I've done yet. That thing is rocking. That thing is hype. It's good. Like I put the link on his video, and I put the link on the official video, and you know, we'll just see where it goes. Corey Marks, man, I know this is a long shot. Ivan Moody, Travis Tritt, Mick Mars, I know this is a long shot. But if you guys like happen to see this, like, I respect y'all. I love your music. Corey, that song that you come out with, I never would have thought Ivan Moody of Five Finger Death Punch and Travis Tritt being on the same song. That's genius. That's legendary. That's just great, man. And we love your music, and that's why, you know, truckers are more in tune with music than you think, and we like it all. So anyways, God bless y'all. I love y'all. We may be rolling here in a little bit. We're gonna see what it's doing. Southbound is moving pretty good right now. We may be getting ready to roll out here in just a little bit. But anywho, y'all stay tuned for more. Next month, January 1st, I will be releasing videos. I've got 12 as of right now. I may have more come in. I've got 12 right now. And so y'all stay tuned. We'll see y'all down the road. Love y'all.